Hi guys. Today I want us to deploy our database.json and our index.html, I mean your HTML project. Yes, so yes, for you to do this, you need to ensure that your work is actually working locally. Yes, as you can see mine, you can see it is fetching the post from the db.json. You can add a post and the rest, that is view individual posts, you can update a post and you can also delete. So I ensure that it's actually working before you start working on this. So what I will do, I'll first deploy my my db.json to render, and then I go ahead to deploy my HTML project to get pages. Yes, so first of all, you need to have a render account, right? Yes, if you don't have it, go to render.com, sign up, and then sign in. Yes, so the first step that you need to do is to first ensure that your application is ready to be deployed to render. So what you need to do, create a folder in your project. I will call it backend, and then ensure that you drag database.json to the backend folder, right? Yes, so as you can see now, I no longer have my database.json in the root directory. It is now in the backend folder. So what I will do, of course, I will come and cancel this. Yes, and now I navigate to the backend folder. So I'll say cd backend, and then after navigating to backend, now you initialize your packages, right? Yes. So there's a site here where I like using it. So I'll copy this link to the description. You'll see that for the medium. So you don't have to worry about that. So I'll start with this one. So I'll say npm init-y. That is in the backend directory. Yeah, so you can now see in my backend directory, you can see we now have package.json. So after using that command, that is npm init-y, let me now clear again my terminal. You now install Json-server. Even if you had installed it, you still need to install inside this folder. Yes. So remember the version that I will need to install here. And just go to Json-server here. You need to install a version 17. Yes. Yes. So you need to install this version. So I will also copy this link again to ensure that you actually use version 0.17.4. If you use the other version, it will bring you some errors. I've tried. So ensure that you use this version. npm install Json-server at 0.17.4. So I'll copy this, come here, then I'll paste. So it will now install our Json-server. Yes, at this moment, you can see we have database.json, package.json, packagelock.json, and then you have the done modules. So after this, you need one file inside here, and this file is known as server.js. Yes, so this server.js, its content, you'll just come and copy from this site, which is this medium. That is server.js. Yes, that is server.js. Where is it? Sorry for that. That is here. So I'll copy this, come here, and I paste it. Yes, so here it imports the JSON server, and then it creates the server, JSON server itself, and then it will add a router. So ensure that the router parameters should be the name of your DB or database.json. So for me, it is actually database.json. If yours is db.json, you just leave it the way it is. So for me, it will be database.json that way. And then you are good to go. What else do I need? Oh, I also need to change this one from /API to just be /. Only this way. Yes. So after doing this, for you to test it that it is now working, you need to run the server.js. So let me clear this. And then I will say node server.js. Yes, so it is server is running. So if I go to my project here and then I refresh it, let's refresh it. Oh, sorry for that. Yes, I made a mistake somewhere. Here should be actually 3000 because in my script.js it is actually it's actually /3000. You can see it here. You can see. Yes. So that's why here I also needed to change it to slash to be 3000. Yes. So let me restart it again. And then let me refresh. Yes. So you can see now it is actually working. So now my project is ready to be deployed. I mean my db.json. So what I need to do is to push it to GitHub, and then I will now connect it with my render account. I'll come and say git. Remember, I'm pushing it in my main directory, which is this one. Yes. So I'll say git add all git commit -m. I'll just call it deploy render, and then I'll say git push origin master. So I'm now pushing my work to my GitHub, right? So it's now pushed successfully. So when you come back to GitHub, when I refresh this page, you'll now see we have a backend folder here. I no longer have database.json in the root directory. Yes, so now my project now is ready to be deployed. So I'll go back to my render account. Yes, to my render account in my dashboard. And then I'll go to click new. I'll go to web service. And then here, I'll just connect my my directory, right? I'll just come, in fact, I have it here, yes? Or you can just decide to come and copy the link and then just come and paste it there. All of them are the same. But for me, because I logged in with my GitHub, it is showing me here. So if I paste this, you can see it is now bringing it here. So I'll click on it, and then I'll click on connect. So remember, I went to new, and then web service, and then you connect to your GitHub repository that has your project. And then I'll come crude.js, that one is okay. The language is Node, that one is okay. Now we have the root directory. Remember, our root directory that has database.json is backend. So you need to pass this one as backend. Yes. The reason why I always say, I will tell you this. If you actually work with me, just work all the steps. Don't skip. Yes, especially if you are new to this. Yes, because somebody will name this one another name, but when it comes to render, somebody will come and change. Will use my backend, and yet his folder or a folder was maybe source or anything. So I pass backend there, and then the start command, it is node server.js. What is build command? I think this one should just remain. This one should actually remain as yarn. Actually, here we have it. I don't know why it is bringing an error. It should actually be this one. I don't think it should actually bring any problem. And then yes, you need to choose the free version. Yes, so here let me just use what? Let me just use yarn build. Okay, let me just delete at this point. Yeah, so you can see here, I did use the name. I never edited anything. I just went ahead to backend root directory, which is this one. I went ahead to yarn, that is build command. And then I went ahead to start command, which is node server.js, and then free. And then I'll go ahead and deploy. Yes. So let's wait for it, and then we'll see. So at this moment, we are just deploying the the database.json. Yes, alone. Yes, so we are not now deploying the entire project. The build is not found. Okay, let's just go back to settings. And then, yes, that is my settings here. And then I'll edit again where the problem is. So yarn here. Let me just edit this one. Let me just leave it at this moment to be just yarn. Yes. So let's wait for deployment again. Let's wait. Yeah, so I did use yarn build instead of only yarn, I guess. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as it continues to deploy, you can see actually, yes, it has now built successfully. So that means all is well. It's now deploying. Yes, so so ensure that, of course, I've clicked my settings here. Ensure that the build, yes, the build command is just yarn alone, not yarn build. Yes, the way I did initially, right? Yes. Okay, so let me just go back and then let me check my deployment. Yeah, so my service now is live. So when I go and click on this link, you can see the link here. When I click on it, you'll see it is now deployed successfully. So when I go and say /post, that is for me, you can see it will show you the post. So I'm now, my project is ready. So I'll copy the link. You see this link? I'll just copy it. And then I will come to my project here, go to my script.js, and then change all your local host, all these local host links, these ones. Don't change everything. Just change the localhost 3000, localhost, yes, all that, and then paste. So ensure that your project is something .render.com / now your endpoints. If it is /post, if it is /hospitals, ensure that it is that way. So after doing this, I will again check my project if it is actually working. Here, you can see it's actually working. So it is still fetching data, which is from now render. So now after having this, your project now is ready to be deployed to GitHub. So after making these changes, again, go ahead and git add. That is git add, and then git commit, and then git push origin. Yes, the reason why I'm adding again is because I made changes to the fetch URLs. All of them, you can see. Even this one I did change to render /post / something. Yes. So now, in my GitHub, you can see now I have some latest changes, which happened some few seconds ago, just now. So now my project is ready to be deployed to GitHub. So I'll go to settings, and then pages, and then deploy from branch, right? And then that will be my my master branch, of course. And then, yes, it should be my master branch. Okay, let me just change to something else. None. And then I will now click on master branch. Oh, my site is live. That's the reason. Yes, it's already deployed. Otherwise, for you, you can just come and say, let me just redo it again. Let me just redo it again. Yes, if you've not deployed any other day, I just need, when you come to these pages, settings pages, you'll just come and click deploy from branch, come to this none, and then look for master or any branch. If it is main, it's your main branch, it's okay. So I'll click on master, and then I'll click on save. So after clicking on save, it will now try to deploy application. So probably it is now loading. So let's wait for some few seconds. Okay. Okay, some few seconds for it to deploy. Yeah, so that link will be shown somewhere here. Yes, so you can see here it is. Yes, so my project now is deployed. When I click on this link, you can now see my project. So my project is deployed. Even if I close this one, you can now see my project is deployed. It is showing everything that is required. When you now go and try to add, if it will actually work. If you try to add, it will add. It will. If you try to update, it will update. But it will now be updating it to render database or db.json, right? Yes. So I think that's all. So I'll copy this link. This is now my link. That is my link. I'll copy it. I'll go back to GitHub. That is my code. And then now I'll paste this link here. Then I'll save it. Yes. Also, don't forget to add this link. That is the deployed GH pages link. And also the render link. Don't forget to add the two of them to your README. Right? Okay. So I think that's all. Otherwise, that was all about the deployment.